Hello, everyone, and welcome to MissionChief.com. I'm Horny Devil, and today's episode we're going to be doing some Mission Chief. If you guys haven't noticed, it is double credits. It was double credits for 48 hours. We do have currently 23 hours and 34 minutes left on double credits, and I just completed a task. Let's claim this real quick here. Participate in 100 Alliance missions, complete, and claim. Okay, over the course of about 24 hours of double credits, I have been grinding. It's been a pretty easy grind for myself. I hop on every hour and a half and I answer a bunch of calls. But here's how much money I've made in the last about 24 hours. I made 9 million. This is it. Usually, I think this ends usually at like 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock. So I made about 9.3 million dollars in roughly the first 24 hours, and then I've made 2.5 million on the second half of that 24 hours. Here's some things that I've been noticing that is kind of messing up my system here. If you guys look, we do have some planes right over here. I got one here. I got one up here, just on just north of California, hitting Oregon here, and they are all heading up to Washington State. I have some planes that are here. This one is actually coming all the way from North Carolina. This airplane came all the way from over here, Air Station Elizabeth City, and it is going to an oil tanker on fire. So I have a lot to work on, so I don't have units from over here heading over here, and yeah, there's only a few things I can do to kind of stop this and moderate it. So yeah, we do have a lot of things we need to do, and with that, we do need to work on a Coast Guard, but I will be working on a Coast Guard here. Probably in the next few days, just to get things situated and streamlined, because I do have some issues just with Mission Chief. It's not necessarily my system setup, but it's just Mission Chief forces you to have planes, and it does get a little bit complicated when you don't have planes you can put anywhere. Because I play realistically, I don't put planes where there's not typically planes. But I think we have to finagle the system to make planes places that there wouldn't typically be planes, and I'm going to go on that just briefly here. So let's head over to our U.S. Customs, the U.S. Coast Guard screen here. I have all the data for if an air station has a helicopter, I put the real helicopter there. If it has a plane, I put the real plane there. But what I might do, and here's an example we're going to start with. So Air Station North Bend here. Air Station North Bend has 5 helicopters. We have 5 SRRs that I already have built. But here's the thing. The maximum amount of SRRs, which are short-range recovery helicopters, those are the orange Dolphin helicopters you guys see, the maximum amount of helicopters you can build is 5. So that does leave me the option to build a plane hangar. So what I might do is, so I can get my planes closer to the actual call themselves, what I might do is get the plane hangar, label it as a air quote helicopter. The helicopter won't obviously be able to transport patients because it's a plane, a massive cargo plane that's used for surveillance. I might do that, and I don't like having to do this way, play Mission Chief like that, but unfortunately the game kind of forces me to. Coast Guard is a very, very intricate system in this game, and I have slightly broken it, and I feel like I have to break it just a little bit more to make it efficient. So we also have an oil tanker fire in ocean right up here. These calls grant me so much money. I'm just going to show you guys real quick how much money this call is going to grant me. Base credits, 15,000 credits. Once I finish the call, it's going to be 2.5 times this price. So you're looking at 37,500 credits once this call is officially over. And it really only cost me 4 fireboats, 3 large coastal boats, 2 helicopters, and a coastal plane. So it's just shifting assets. I have enough boats. Boats are not the problem. I have enough helicopters. Helicopters are not the problem. But the planes are the main problem. And I have planes coming from all the way from Alaska. My air station in Alaska is over here. Air Station Kodiak. That is the only air station that has planes in the nearest area to Washington. And like I said, the game forces you to do Coast Guard planes. so many calls. So I'm sending planes from Alaska every second of the day to Washington. So my planes from California are heading to Washington. My planes from Alaska are heading to California. My planes from North Carolina, once this loads, all the way from North Carolina, you guys can see it up here, are heading to Washington. So that's my current issue. And I'm in my brain, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to fix this. And I think, the way I just explained to you, I think we'll fix it. But I will probably do that off stream. I'll do some testing to make sure my 911 call system is streamlined and stuff like that. Okay, enough about that. Sorry about my little rant. I'd like to keep you guys updated with how I play the game is a lot different than how you guys play the game, I'm going to assume. So without further ado, we're going to build something kind of interesting here. We could build Coast Guard. Now that I was going to build a fire department, but now that I'm talking about it, I kind of want to build some Coast Guard. So I think we'll do that here. Yeah, let's build some Coast Guard. Why not? Okay. So let's start off with Air Station North Bend. Now I'm going to try to do that thing that I talked to you guys about, and I think we can do it real quick here. So we're going to go over to Air Station North Bend. This Air Station Astoria, and we're just going to head south just a little bit more. Here, Air Station North Bend. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the plane hangar, and I think we get this instantly, which I think it just did. Yep, so just expanded our base to 5 out of 6 employees. We're going to hire new personnel. Here we're going to go to 1 person here. We're going to go to vehicle market, and what we're going to do is we're going to label this as SRR 6537. Now this is going to look really weird, but I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about here. So like I said, we have our 5 helicopters built, all 5 of these SRRs. What we're going to do is go to vehicle market. We're going to go to coastal rescue plane. We're going to relabel this to UCG, US Coast Guard, SRR 6537. But what we're also going to do here is go to edit the graphics pack, and then we're going to come over here instead of doing an actual plane, because technically it is a plane, yes, but we need to go to coastal rescue helicopter. Here we go, and I think it's page, what page is it? Here we go, and there we go. So we have SRR 6537, which you wouldn't typically know that this is even a helicopter unless you actually dug into it. So what I think I'm going to do to fix my issues, I'm going to kind of finagle the system when I have to, absolutely have to. And like I said, I don't like doing this, but I play this game as realistic as I possibly can. But like I said, the game forces you to tweak your system in a way that you kind of have to. You're kind of forced to tweak your system. Now, some areas you can get away with it. You can 100% get away with it. But in these cases, I really, really, really need to fix something internally, because something internally is broken. So, like I said, I was gonna do a firefighting episode, but I think we're gonna do Coast Guard now that I started the episode. That I really didn't think this episode was gonna go this way. But let's continue on. So I've been doing some research on District 9. District 9 is like the Midwest, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Ohio. I would not consider the Pennsylvania part of the Midwest, but according to this Coast Guard station, District 9 is pretty much the Midwest. Parts of Michigan, Illinois, Wisconsin, Ohio, I would consider those places the Midwest. I've also done more research on District 5, which is North Carolina, Virginia, New Jersey, District of Columbia, DC, and then Delaware. So I've done a lot of research on that, gotten some boats up on that. And then I think we are up to date roughly on California. California is pretty much up to date, except for maybe a few helicopters in San Diego, maybe a few boats here and there. District 13 that we have to build. So what I think we're going to do is kind of go down the line here. I think we'll start from the bottom here. We're going to get some aircraft. I kind of want to start here with Air Station Kodiak. So Air Station Kodiak, we have 4 aircraft built. We have, according to this, 3 planes and 2 helicopters built, which I don't know if this is true or not. Okay, Air Station Kodiak. My computer is lagging a little bit here. Okay, Air Station Kodiak, we do have 5 out of 10 aircraft here. What we're going to do, so we have LRS, which is a long-range surveillance. We're going to come over here, go to graphics pack, and I'm going to click the plane, just so this makes a little bit more sense. So you have LRS 1709, 1713, and 2011 built here. So you have 2011, 1709, and 1713. So what we're going to do is get some helicopters here as well. We already have the bays. That's the main part. Let's get some vehicles here. So we're going to get some helicopters. So we're going to buy three helicopters and 2 planes. Which pretty much maxes us out. And we're going to come in here. And, sorry, someone was in my hallway. I live in an apartment. I think I heard someone sneezing in the hallway there, so that was a little weird. Okay, so we have coastal rescue helicopters. Let's come in here and let's rename some things here. So you have SRR 6571. Let's come in here and go to Edit, UCG, and we're going to come in here and actually copy this and just paste it, which is going to make my life just a little bit easier. SRR 6571, and we have SRR 6503. So I think I might do is just copy this whole thing. (6503), and then we have 6599 for our last helicopter. 6599. All right, we're going to mark these 3 as built. And there we go. Let's come in here and let's grab the graphics pack real quick. This was page 4. Okay, page 4. Let's come in here and rename all or repicture all these. Oopsies. Let's go edit. Graphics pack, page 4. Page 4 again, and there we go. Okay, the last thing we can do is name our 2 planes and graphics packs for them. So you have LRS 2006 here. Let's come in here and rename these. LRS is long range surveillance. So we have plane 2006, 2006, build, and then we have LRS 2010. 2010. And build. Let's come in here and get the graphics pack going for those, which is just going to be the easy first page. And there we go. So we do have our 5 helicopters built. We have our 2 MRRs, which are medium range recoveries, and then we have our 3 short range recoveries, and then we have our 5 long range surveillance planes. Everything we have listed here is built. And this maxes out our station. We can physically not build any more stations, any more aircraft here. The game maxes us out. So that's Air Station Kodiak. Up next, we're going to go to Air Station Sitka, which has 3 helicopters at it. So Air Station Sitka is just right down here. I do believe we got the personnel hired up here. We have 15 employees and they all have coastal rescue pilot training. So without further ado, we have 1 helicopter built, but we did not get the additional 2 helicopter hangars. So what we're going to do is get the additional helicopter hangar and then the second additional helicopter hangar. So in a total of 8 days, this will be completed and hopefully we can get something done during that time. Okay, let's go over to vehicles. Let's go over to MRR 6016. Let's go to edit, UCG. MRR 6016 is now labeled. Let's go to graphics pack and MRR and get our Blackhawk helicopter. And we're going to make that green. All right, we're going to mark these as yellow just because we're waiting for those bays to open up and then we can purchase the helicopters and place them here. All right, so that's pretty much District 17. Like I said, we're pretty much done with District 17, which is Alaska. We have those 2 last helicopters, and then we can probably hit maybe Hawaii soon and do some different stuff soon as well. The last thing we need to do with the Oregon, Washington area, we do need to build the WPB Sea Lion and the SPSV vehicle at the Maritime Force Protection Unit base Bangor. So like I said, I've done a video on base Bangor before. They protect nuclear submarines in Washington. So if you guys haven't seen this video, that video, very interesting on nuclear submarines. Didn't think I would cover nuclear submarines on stream, but we did. So what we're going to do is build WPB Sea Lion. And WPB Sea Lion is at Station Bellingham, right? Station Bellingham? Station Bellingham. Station Bellingham is right up here, just hitting the coast of, or it's not the coast, the border of Canada. So, we just need to expand this once. We need to go to Vehicle Market. We need to go to Large Coastal Boat. And we need to go to Edit. This is the Sea Lion, like I said. So where this is going to be, let's get all this erased. Oopsies. UCG. WPB. And let's mark this over here. There we go. Sea Lion. And what we're going to do is come in here and attach the personnel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We need to attach our ocean navigation to the Sea Lion. Unfortunately, they're currently in a boat already on patrol. So what we're going to do is have to wait until that boat gets back. It's going to be a little funky at some points here. The last thing we can do is get a graphics pack for this. Now the graphics pack is under Small Coastal Boat. Also, if you guys didn't know, I added some graphics packs, some boats to this this ship list for Large Coastal Boat. I've added this boat here. I've added this boat here as well. You can also get this one. These all three are mine. I've added them. I think they're pretty cool when it comes to the Coast Guard. They don't have any flashing lights or have movement to them, but they do have the standard mission chief movement to them when they actually like travel. But yeah, we do have our WHEC here, and then we have a buoy tender, and then we have another larger buoy tender here as well. I will probably be coming out with more boats as well further down the line. But like I said, we're going to go to Small Coastal Boat. I also have two boats here. I have a very small boat here, and then we have our large WPB here, which is our water patrol boat. So, just floats along. And this is our WPB. There's a lot of people in here that already have good graphics packs, so I don't have really any need to do other ones. This is our RBS, our RBM here, responsible medium right here, responsible small here, and then the people that do the MLBs, which are motor life boats. Okay, I think that covered everything on that. Last thing we're going to do is go to Unit Maritime Force Protection Bangor. So this, I think, doesn't have the boat already. What we're going to do is go to Expand once. We're going to go to Vehicle Market, and then we're going to go buy a large coastal boat. And we're just going to name this real quick here. UCG. SPSV 64101. Now this is a very, very interesting boat. If you guys want to do more research on this, look up this tag right here. Just type in US Coast Guard SPSV 64101. And you can do a lot of... It's a crazy boat. A crazy looking boat. It looks so retro. It's a wild. It's a bunch of guns on it. It is fast as hell. But yeah, do some research on this if you want to see it. I will do my own graphics pack on this at some point, and I think I might do a video of me actually making the graphics pack for this boat, which could be a little quirky. So I'm just going to mark this one as yellow. It's built, but I'll need to get a graphics pack. I think I'll actually make this purple just to really catch my eye on this. Purple. There we go. Okay, up next we're going to go to Air Station San Diego. Now, Air Station San Diego does have 5 helicopters that we need to build. Get rid of this. So we're going to go to Air Station San Diego. So we're going to go way, way down now. Okay, here we go. Air Station San Diego. I really wish I would have put this pin on the actual hangar itself, but instead I put it kind of like on their helipad. So we have all of our trained personnel here. We have 25 employees trained in coastal rescue. And then we have 3 additional bays. We have 2 out of 5 helicopters built here. And then we still have our 3 helicopters we need to build here. MRS 6019, 6003, and 23. So what we're going to do is go to Vehicle Market, and we're going to buy 3 helicopters for a total of $900,000. Extremely expensive. So expensive. But what we're going to do is label, we're going to copy this. So we're going to copy 6003. We're going to paste it in here. And then I think I just realized I made a big oopsie. I have 2 helicopters that are labeled 6003. That's awkward. That is awkward. Okay, this isn't a big deal. What I think I might do, since I already bought the helicopter, I might have to transport that one across the country. Son of a gun. Okay. This does change how the rest of the video was going to go, because this is an oopsie. This is a heavy, heavy oopsie. Damn it. But what we can do, we can build helicopter 6019 and 6023. I don't know how I missed that, how I didn't realize I duplicated the numbers at some point. I thought there was 5 helicopters here. I messed up big time. Okay, we have helicopter 6023. And then we have helicopter 6019 here. And there we go. These are both our MRRs, which are medium range recovery, which I do make the Blackhawks. And as far as this last helicopter, because I thought there was 5 here and I bought an additional helicopter here, what I might do is if there isn't a 5th helicopter here, because I might have just mislabeled something or misnumbered something, which I hope it was a simple mistake, but I might send this helicopter to North Carolina. I might send it all the way to Air Station, because I'm going to need another helicopter at some point. So this isn't going to be wasted. I don't like wasting money in this game, especially a helicopter that's $300,000, which is incredibly expensive. But what I might do is send that helicopter over to this air station in Elizabeth City. Elizabeth City is going to need an additional helicopter here. It's going to need 8 vehicles. So I might send it there at some point if I can find the information here. But if I do find information, I will fix it as needed. So I just want to throw out my little mistake there because that was awkward. Up next, we do have our Station San Francisco does have 2 WPBs and a WLB that I found here that we could build. And I think we might just do this real quick. Yeah, I think we'll come over here to San Francisco. Station San Francisco. I think we have enough personnel here. We have our WPB turn, and I think we just didn't have enough personnel here. Turn. Okay, yep. We just never activated it, so our turn is the Aspen. Okay. So the turn is, it is good to go. But I think we might actually come and build this WLB 2016 Elder a little later. Okay. So with all that stuff out of the way, I think what we're going to do is kind of work on this right up here. Now, I'm still a little bit pissed about that that helicopter situation. But what we're going to do now is switch notes to working on some of our stations that we don't typically work on and that typically won't even use as of yet. So we're going to head all the way over to the East Coast of the US and start working on District 5. So once this loads, we will head over there, which is taking a little bit here. District 5. Come on, zoom in. All right, District 5. So let's do some of these easy ones first, these easy stations, the ones with just simple boats. Okay, let's try to do Ocean City and then Annapolis here. So U.S. Coast Guard Station, Ocean City. Station Ocean City has an MLB, a UBS, an RBS, and an MLB. So it's a total of 4 boats. These are going to be 4 small boats. So we're going to expand this 3 times. And we're going to buy 4 small boats. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Ocean City is going to have MLB. Whoopsies. UCG. Oh, this needs to be capitalized. UCG. And it's going to be. Let's copy this and type this in here. MLB 47221. Copy this and make these next ones here. So the next one is going to be MLB 47312. 47312. And we do have our UBS as well here. So this is going to be UCG. I'm going to copy and paste this. UBS 24537. The UBS, this is a 24-foot boat. And if we come under here, under this small coastal boat, we can build our UBS here. So that's going to be our UBS. And the last one we're going to do is going to be the RBS here. Let's go to edit. This is going to be UCG, US Coast Guard, RBS 27132. And let's look through these graphics packs real quick. I think it was page 7 that our, page 7. This is going to be our RBS. And our next two and our last two are just going to be these MLBs, the motor lifeboats. And this can be found on the first page. And there we go. So the last thing we need to do is go to edit, and we need to get 24 personnel hired up here. So I will do the hiring and all that stuff a little bit later, but what we're going to do is mark all these as green. They are good, they are built, they just need to get more people hired on. So I think I might make these just yellow for now until they officially get enough personnel hired up there. Up next, we're going to go to Station Annapolis, which is in Maryland still. Station Annapolis. Here we go. Station Annapolis has 3 boats, 2 RBMs, and an RBS. So we're going to go to expand twice. Vehicle market. 1, 2, 3. UCG. Okay, it's going to be RBM 45641. And then our next one is going to be, so we're just going to copy this. Our next one is going to be RBM 45640. So all we're going to do is change this last number to 45640. And then our last boat here is going to be RBS 29465. UCG 29465, and we're going to get the graphics packs going here. Go to page 7, small coastal boat, and then for our RBMs, we're going to go to edit, graphics pack, and then I think it was page 2. Yep, here we go. And our last RBM, edit, graphics pack, page 2, and there we go. Last thing we're going to do is change this to, we're going to need a total of 18 personnel hired up here. 18 personnel. And we're going to mark this as yellow. Pretty much good to go. Okay. With that being said, we're going to delete this because that does not need to be there. So I think we might do, how much money do we have left over? We have 16 million left over, so we could do a lot. So what I think we might do is, okay, what do we want to do? That's the real question. I think we might, I kind of want to build some aircraft. I really do, but I really don't because it's so expensive. I really want to save my credits so we can do some fire stations. But like I said, I really, really, really want to build these aircraft, but I should really wait. I think we'll just build a few more boat stations. I think we'll build 2 more. I think we'll build Station Cape Charles, and we'll do Station Oak Island. Maybe Oak Island, but we'll for sure do Station Cape Charles here. All right, Station Cape Charles. Here we go. Station Cape Charles has 1, 2, 3, 4 boats, 2 RBMs and 2 RBSs. Simple enough. What we're gonna do is we're gonna fix this just a little bit there. So we do already have our 4 boats posted up here. We're gonna go to edit. This is gonna be a total of 24 personnel hired up here. We're gonna go back to the station, Cape Charles, and we're gonna click on the 4 boats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Station Cape Charles. Let's copy that real quick. Okay, UCG. RBM 45699. And what I think I might do, if you guys have traveled through this video long enough, what I think I might do is, if you guys would be interested in even seeing this, how I research my stations, I've done a video on how I research them in general. But if you guys want to actually like watch me in real time research stations, not just Coast Guard, but fire, but police, maybe EMS too, hospitals and stuff like that. If you guys want to actually see me do it, I think you guys should definitely just tell me. Like I said, they're very boring videos. They're very extensive videos, but it shows you kind of my reasoning behind it, if that makes sense. Up next, we're going to do our next boats here. It does take a lot of time, a ton of time to research all this stuff here because it does not come easy, especially this Coast Guard stuff. It's not, I mean, it's public information somewhat, but it just takes so much time in order to come through all these and to find the information, put it on. It takes a long time. What we're gonna do is copy this last one here, RBM 45765, and we're gonna come into our last one here. UCG, RBM 4565. Okay, these ones are good to go. What we're gonna do is just do the graphics pack next. If our RBM's here, select graphics pack, page 2, and our last 2 are gonna be the RBSs. This one is gonna be on page 7, and our last RBS is gonna be on page 7. There we go. 2 simple RBMs and 2 simple RBSs. We're going to mark all these as yellow because our training is going to be, well, not really training, hiring. We're going to need a lot of people hired up here. So I think we're going to do one last station on stream here, then I think we'll end the video for Coast Guard, and I might do some fire today. So stay tuned for that video when that comes. Okay, I think the last one we're going to do here is going to be let's do station. Let's do station Hatteras Inlet. Now this is a very interesting area. Very, very interesting area. Hatteras Inlet. So this is the like weird like breakwater type thing. Very, very weird. But Hatteras Inlet. This base has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boats here. 3 MLBs. A UBS, so which is a utility boat small, and then we have a UBM, which is a utility boat medium, and then we have an RBS. So we have a total of 6 boats here. We're going to do hit 5, hit expand, and we're going to buy 6 small coastal boats. There we go. All right, let's just start left to right and to get this going. So we have our MLB here. UCG. Oh, I forgot to do a bracket here. UCG. And this is going to be our second MLB. Like I said, which is Motor Lifeboat. And we're going to come over here to our next one. This is going to be UBM. And what I am going to do is do this as a UBM. UCG, UBM 27109. That makes it a 27-foot boat. And the next one we're going to do is going to be UBS here, which is I'm going to use the exact same graphics pack because they are pretty much identical. UCG, it's just an additional 2 feet on a boat. And there we go. That's going to be our UBS. Okay. We have our our one and only RBS here. So it's going to be UCG, RBS 29219. And our last boat we're going to do is going to be our last MLB. UCG, MLB 47308. And that is it. We're going to mark all these as yellow. We're going to come in here and go to Edit. And the desired personnel for Hatteras Inlet is going to be 30 personnel. Actually, 36 personnel. Yeah, 6 boats times 6 personnel each is going to be 36 personnel. So, last thing we're going to do is come in here and get boats pictured up here. So, we're going to go to page 7 for the RBS. And for our 3 MLBs, it's just going to be page 1, simple graphics packs. And there we go. Our 3 MLBs, our RBS, and our 2 utility boats. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. So these 3 stations that we marked, or sorry, 4 stations that we marked yellow, what we're going to do is do something a little interesting. We're going to go to Dispatch Center. We're going to go to Buildings. And we're going to find this U.S. Coast Guard station. So what we're going to do is just do the brackets. So it's going to be UCG. And then we're going to find base Annapolis. We marked that it was 18 personnel, so we're going to hit automatic on here. We did Cape Charles, so we're going to hit automatic on this. And then we did Hatteras Inlet. We need 36 personnel there. And then our last station, which was... Which one was it? Ocean City. That's right. That was the first one I did. Ocean City. We need 24 personnel hired up there. So this is automatic. So every single day, it will hire up a personnel without me needing to come in here and do it myself. So those are the 4 stations for District 5. I know these can be very, very lengthy video when it comes to Coast Guard. Coast Guard is just, like I said, it's a very, very interesting topic. Very interesting topic, and it's a very lengthy stuff. It's a lot of choreographing unit numbers, unit graphics packs, making graphics packs, and stuff like that. So, without further ado, that's going to be District 5, and that's going to be the end of this episode. If you guys have come this far watching me, I appreciate you guys watching, because these are very, very lengthy videos, a lot of time-consuming videos. And like I said, this is double credits, and I have 184 pending calls to do. So if we head back over here to California, San Francisco area, Seattle area, we have a ton of calls we need to get to. And by me answering these calls, makes more credits for more videos.